Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is not playing about this deportation. He mean business all the way around, because there's certain countries saying, well, we ain't got to take them back, so you stuck with them. So Trump had an answer to that. Let's go ahead and check that out. Trump says he won't do business with countries that refuse to take back migrants. Say, I want them out. So it say Trump promised to expel migrants to their country of origin by military force and refuse to do business with those countries they refuse to take them in. He said, I get them into every country, or we won't do business with those countries. He said in a lengthy interview with Time magazine, published Thursday after being honored with the outlet's 2024 Person of the Year. He said, I want them out. He said, and the countries have to take them back. And if they don't take them back, we won't do business with those countries, and we will tariff those countries very substantially. He said that when they send products in, we will have substantial tariffs, and if they're going to make, and it's going to make it very hard for them to do business with us. Said border security and illegal immigration will be a top priority for the incoming president. As Trump has already promised, he said with the help of his border czar, Tom Homeland, to undertake the largest deportation operation in U.S. history. He said the soon-to-be 47th president threatened to impose a 25% import tariff on both Canada and Mexico for having allowed millions of migrants and tons of deadly drugs like fentanyl to flow across the northern and southern borders during President Biden's term. They said Trump expressed hope that in the second administration won't have to build too many migrant camps, though Texas officials have offered up to 1,400 acres instead of land in anticipation since he wants to expel them quickly, but hedged that there might be more constructed anyway. He said, if it takes to get them out, I don't care. They said, honestly, whatever it takes to get them out, again, I'll do it absolutely within the confines of law, but if it needs new camps, but I hope we're going to not need too many, because I want to get them out and I want them sitting in a camp for the next 20 years. He said Trump also said his administration is planning on deporting migrant families together, so he doesn't think parents, regardless of immigration status, will have to be separated from their children. He said, we'll send the whole family back to the country. So on the overall immigration process, Trump reiterated the importance of vetting migrants coming across the border and having all those coming to the U.S. is abide by the full legal process, while adding that he doesn't expect the crackdown will have a bad economic ripple effect. He said, we're going to let people in, but we're going to let them in legally. They say we don't want people to come in from jails. We want people coming from jails, Venezuela, and many other countries, not just South American countries. We don't want them to come to jails to be opened up in our country. We said we're not accepting their prisoners. We're not accepting their murderers. We're not accepting their people from mental institutions. He said we're not doing it. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You have Democrat cities who's raising millions of dollars. I just saw like San Diego County is saying that in California, is saying they're going to have $2 million set to the side to help out migrants. $2 million. You mean to tell me that the residents of San Diego County don't need that $2 million? That's what I'm saying. It's like the people got to get involved with this. Listen, if the country voted for Trump and he kept saying mass deportation, if all the people that voted for Trump agreed with mass deportations, and you Democrats are still doing this stuff with this immigration, this is why you're going to lose. And I'm hoping with time, California eventually turns purple. I hope it happens. And eventually maybe it'll turn red. Why? Because people are getting sick and tired of you Democrats taking their tax dollars and spending it on foreign nationals. They're tired of that. We have roads, bridges that haven't even been worked on yet, and you're taking tax dollars away. Now you say, well, that's the federal government. No, if you got extra money to spend on migrants, then you got money to be helping out people in this country. You got the homeless population. You know how many container homes you can build with $2 million to get the homeless off the street and let the homeless live in container homes? I'm just saying, like, it's so many things you could do with $2 million. All these Democrat cities run around here talking about, the state of California, we're going to have a legal fund to fight Trump. Why? You should be taking that money to help out the people in California, or whether you are in, Brandon Johnson, all the mess he's doing in Chicago. No, this is why more and more people are going to vote against the Democrat Party, because they do not want what y'all selling. A lot of people want mass deportations. They want them out their cities. They got to go. And listen, there's a report I just read that a lot of them are self-deporting already. So a lot of them are leaving before Trump even get in office, right? They don't even want to go through the mess. They say, man, I was leaving my own. I ain't about to go through all that. And some of them probably went into hiding as well, right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. This country wants to definitely move forward, and they had 2.4 million people coming to this country from 2021 to 2023. That's a lot of people pulling on the resources in this country. They got to go. Among all the other ones, they got to go, right? And that's good because some countries going to pull that, oh, I'm not going to accept them back. Yeah, you're going to accept them, or you're going to get a tariff, or you're not going to do nothing with this country. That's just really bottom line. It's a new day. People need to fight for their homeland. Look at Black Americans. Black Americans could run and talk about we want a new life. So no, we fought. We stayed and fought. We stayed 10 toes down. And we made a better life for Black Americans. So much so other groups of people want to come to this country. Because the Black Americans never fought and never did anything, trust me, these other groups wouldn't dare come to this country. And then they come to this country with the anti-Black racism. That's why I'm glad a lot of them getting out of here, because it's not like they came out here being allied to Black folk. You better believe that. All these people coming here, they are raised, a lot of them, with anti-Black racism. Look at how a lot of them are treated in Latin America, the Black people. We talking about the Afro-Latinos. They are treated horribly in Latin America. Even the indigenous people, like the Oaxacans and people like that, how they're treated in Mexico. The Black, the Afro-Latinos and the indigenous, they're treated so horribly. Because you remember when Nuri Martinez was talking, she was talking crap about Black folks and the Oaxacans. Because they dark-skinned people, and all of that, and they indigenous. And they look at indigenous people as low class. I'm always a firm believer of I want to join with all the so-called low class people. That's my people. If you I ally with the low class, I ain't allying with them people that don't like me. If I'm going to ally with somebody. And when Nuri Martinez said that, I saw the protests. They had Black folks and they had the Oaxacans out there too, and getting Nuri Martinez behind out of there. But she's just one of many. She's not the only one. You know what I'm saying? So we can get more and more of them. And listen, ICE need to go to L.A. ICE need to go to L.A. and clear it out. Because they got way too many in L.A. L.A., New York, Chicago, ICE need to come to Houston. ICE need to go to Miami. Oh yeah, they just hit the big cities. They gonna clean house. They ain't got to go all over the country. Just hit the big cities. That's really what most of them at is in the big cities. They may be spread out in small areas here and there, but if they just hit the big cities, they will solve a lot of the problem. But yeah, Trump's on the right track. Yeah, don't do no business with them. They need to take their people back to their homeland. They need to go fight for their own, and they'll be all right. Because when they went back before, they was cool. But we had a silly president in office that didn't care about the country. He was literally trying to ruin this country. That's why I'm so glad we didn't get Kamala. Oh Lord, I'm glad we didn't get Kamala, because this